What's up, everyone? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. Began my career working for a hedge fund, folks, right out of college. If you guys still don't know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated online and premium educational platform that's available today. At True Trading Group, we combine a professional trading educational curriculum that is both in-depth and complex, yet very easy to understand and implement quickly, with premium investing tools from today's top financial technology companies that, if you purchased on your own, would cost you over $4,000 a year, folks. At True Trading Group, you get top of the line trading tools from companies like Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, CBOE, Trade Ideas, Polygon, and more. On top of that, a community of active and educated, like-minded, and helpful traders and investors led by TTG's team of full-time trading moderators with over 100 years of combined trading experience, currently sporting about an 80% win rate collectively. We focus on everything: stocks, options, cryptos, future, day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, you name it, we do it at True Trading Group, folks. At TTG, results matter. Your results, your success, they're measurable, quantifiable through your P&L. TTG exists to empower and level the playing field for the retail trader. If this is your first time on one of these live streams, welcome. We go live 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, right here where myself, other professional traders from True Trading Group, and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons, education that can help you become better traders and investors immediately. Welcome everyone joining us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. If you have not yet done so already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button and turn on that notification bell icon to make sure that you never miss out on any one of our live streams. Now it's time to get ready to learn, trade, and profit, folks. Here's your first lesson. Why should you listen to anything that I say on these lives? It's crucial that you understand who you are listening to. Listening to the wrong information can cost you time and money, and both the fact I know you do not have an unlimited supply of either. Okay, so allow me to quickly qualify for you. I started my career working at a fund in New York City right out of college. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before I ever was able to touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive training program, had access to some of the top trading tools, and was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the TTG platform is based on here now today. Before we get things started, folks, I'd like to thank our partners over at Benzinga. For those that don't know, Benzinga offers their own educational product and tools, yet still fully endorses the TTG platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and for their community. All right, we're grateful to Benzinga to further educate their community and to offer the Benzinga Pro news feed, which would cost you over $1,400 a year on your own. We offer that to all of our TTG members included with your membership. Now that we are properly introduced, okay, I'd like to move on real quick and tell you how this live stream is going to go down. We're starting things off with a 15-20 minute live Q&A where you guys can type your questions in chat. And Adam, my business partner, co-founder, he'll be able to then grab some of those questions and throw them up on the screen so I can answer them live. Then we'll do a 15-minute little intermission where I'll talk to you about the TTG membership, how you can join, what's included. Okay, and then there's a free gift and some savings that you guys can get to join the TTG platform if you sign up before midnight Pacific time on Monday. Then we're going to be moving into the main topics of the live stream, folks. I put a new swing trade on today, entered a new swing trade, and we took profit on a previous swing trade. If you've been following my live streams for a while, you know that we have been absolutely crushing SPY put options the entire year of 2022. And this week has been no different. We ripped profits off for well over a 50% gain on those SPY options. I'm still in a piece, but I also entered a new swing trade today. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. And then we're going to talk about what happens this weekend regarding Russia and Ukraine. If Russia invades, what happens? If Russia doesn't invade, what happens? I'm going to break that down, both scenarios for you guys here today, so you are prepared come Tuesday morning, how to make money depending on what happens over the weekend. Don't forget, Monday's President's Day. Monday's the market's closed. So we have a lot to discuss. We got a lot to go over, folks. So once I'm done with all those main topics, I will then close out this live stream by showing all those that are interested in the TTG platform all the different tools and resources you have available at your disposal as a member. I'm going to break that all down. I'll show it to all of those that are interested. So folks, without any further ado, let's begin that Q&A session. Let's get things started. Do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay, asking questions is how you learn. So without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead now. Let's begin that Q&A and start typing your questions in chat right now. All right. Throw them at me, folks. Throw them at me. What do you got for me? I'm here to answer your questions. What was the biggest trade you missed out on by selling too early? Ooh. Biggest trade I ever missed out on by selling too early. I would probably, I don't know off the top of my head. Like I don't know what trade that it actually is. But as soon as you asked me that question, 2 trades came to mind. Made a lot of money on both of these trades, but could have made exponentially more. Okay. If I didn't sell too soon. And one was Kodak. I caught Kodak, for I caught like a $10 or $15 move on Kodak, but then it went like another $30. So that was one. And then the other was Tesla. When Tesla, I'll pull up the exact swing trade that, because this is kind of recent. So we caught Tesla. Okay, I caught Tesla in a swing trade. This goes back to October. My TTG fam, my members, you guys remember this trade probably well. We caught a swing trade on Tesla right in here was where we got long, and I got flat into this move. Now, this was a huge move. I was in the stock itself. I was still able to catch like a $200 move on the stock, but we went all the way to 1,200. So, I literally could have, more than doubled the amount of money that I made on the trade had I held on and caught some out all the way over here, but I got flat into this move. So I did leave a lot of money on the table. So that one is just kind of fresh in my mind because, it was still a huge trade, but it was recent. It was just a couple of months ago. And the other one, like I said, the other one that comes to mind, I would say would be Kodak on this. Would be Kodak on this day. So this day, and I'll just zoom this in a little bit. The stock went from like $17 all the way to 60, and I caught like a good, I caught like this much of the move, but then you can see the stock went all the way up to here. So I'd say Kodak and Tesla are 2 that really kind of stick in my head as far as, stocks that I left a lot of money on the table recently. So that there's 2 that are kind of just stuck in my head. Would you recommend putting $25K in an account to allow day trading? I've been getting screwed with not being able to take profits on options due to getting labeled as a day trader. Listen, if you have the $25K to put into the account, sure. But you don't need to put $25K in your account to not be under PDT rule. You could just open a cash account. A cash account, you're not bound under PDT rule. And especially if you trade options, cash settlement is only 1 day. So, you can just switch to a cash account and then just trade options in a cash account. You won't have margin. You can only use the cash that's in your account. But if you have the $25K, which you're asking me if you should put it in, you do, you don't need to. Just trade a cash account, and then you don't have to put the $25K in. You won't be bound to the PDT rule. Joey Fibonacci, I just want to read I'll get to Grant's question just 1 second. Joey Fibonacci says, I just want to say thanks, Mike. I've been inspired by your patience and finally stuck to my plan. I didn't freak out when my stop was tested. It wasn't a boom, but I was so proud of myself. Thank you, TTG. Way to go, Joey Fibonacci. That's what I like. I like seeing progress. I like seeing you guys start to implement, what you're learning in the courses and sticking to the game plans and displaying that discipline that is required in order to be consistently profitable. So Joey Fibonacci, congrats on that one, my man. Congrats on that one. Question here from Grant. How do you use the future market to plan trades? I really don't, Grant. I don't use the futures market to plan trades. I just watch the futures market when the equity markets are closed. I don't really trade futures. I will trade futures on like election night, or if there's like a major event that takes place when the U.S. equity markets are closed. I'll trade futures if there's a major catalyst or a major event that happens. But I don't use the futures market to plan my trades. When the markets are open, I'm not really watching the futures. I'm focused on the SPY, and I'm focused on the NASDAQ, and I'm focused on all of my equities. So I don't necessarily use futures to plan my trades. It's important to know the levels of the futures market, because the futures market will have different levels, because you have to remember the futures market is still trading while the equity markets are closed. So you can have support and resistance levels get put in the futures market that do not exist in the equities market. So it's just important to know what those levels are, because if you have a major resistance level in the futures market and the equities market approaches that level, or rather the futures market approach that level while the equity markets are open, even though that's not resistance in the equities market, if the futures shy away from that area, the entire equities market will shy away with it. So it's just important to know the major levels in the futures market, but that's really the extent that what I use it for to place my trades. AP, hey Mike, you've been killing these SPY trades. Thank you. I've been having trouble trying to trade reversals. Do you find them more difficult when trading with the trend? What indications do you use to identify reversals? Yeah, I mean, reversals will tend to be a little bit more difficult than trend. Like the trend is your friend. It's easier to ride a trend than it is to pick a reversal. When you like, it's going to be easier for me to look at a strong stock and then buy a pullback to continue the trend than it is for me to look at a really weak stock and then determine that this is the time the stock is going to reverse. So trend trading will tend to be a little bit easier because the trend is your friend. Things that I would look for reversals would be major levels, would be like extended moves into major levels. And this is actually something I'm going to talk to you about later on this live stream, because I entered a swing trade today that actually goes exactly with what your question is asking me about reversals, because it is a reversal. It's a trend reversal trade that I entered today as a swing. And I look for, when you're looking for reversals, I would look for oversold or overbought conditions where the markets are really extended in either direction, whether it's to the upside and if the market's very extended into resistance, or if the market's very extended down into support. And then you can look for reversals off of the major levels. Again, just being oversold or overbought is not enough to just pick a reversal. The major support or resistance level has to be there in order for you to then look for that reversal. I'll talk to you more about that later on in this live stream when I break down for you a new swing trade that I just entered today. How do you develop your trading plan to swing trade? Same exact way I develop my trading plan for day trades. Same exact way. We're going to look at the chart. We're going to look at multiple time frames, and we are going to make a decision on, when I'm looking at a daily chart, do I think the stock's going up or I think the stock's going down? I'm going to take into account, okay, is this stock correlated to the overall market? Or is it correlated to maybe a sector leader? Or is this an individual stock, like a stock that's just on an island somewhere by itself where it just does its own thing? Like a Peloton. A Peloton has its own issues. A Facebook has its own issues. These are stocks that are going to move around on their own. Then you'll have other stocks that are going to be more correlated and more tied to what happens with Russia. Right? Your oil stocks, well, they're correlated to the price of oil. The price of oil correlated to what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, and then what's also going on with the Iran nuclear deal. So I'll look for situations for swing trades where there is a fundamental catalyst or thesis on why I believe that this stock or this sector is going to make a particular move. And then I look on the daily chart and I find all my levels. Where's my support? Where's my resistance? Does this look to me like a bullish chart, a bearish chart? And then I will identify my entry zones and my take profits and everything. And you'll learn all of this as a member of True Trading Group. Like in our courses, we actually have a course that's dedicated to swing trading specifically, and you'll learn how to look at a chart. Because for me to sit here right now and explain to you, okay, this is a setup on a swing trade for a daily chart that you're going to want to look for, I'll be here for hours teaching you guys the different setups and everything, but you'll learn all of that as a member of True Trading Group. Okay. You'll learn all of this as a member of True Trading Group. Ooh, what trade taught me the most? Probably my biggest loss. My biggest loss is the trade that taught me the most. So here's a story. Early in my trading career, when I was working at the fund, I was a total cowboy. I had very poor risk management. I was very arrogant. I was overly confident, and I was naive. And I had a lot of success very early in my career. Like I said, 2008, I received the Trader of the Year award. I was the youngest person at the firm to receive that award. And I climbed the ranks quickly to a point where there was actually a lot of people that worked at the fund. There were some people that worked underneath me who I managed their risk. And I allocated, I gave specific direction to as far as, allocation of capital, like in what sectors we want to be operating and what sectors we want to be trading in for that period of time, that had 5 to 7 years more experience than I did. It's actually a lot of animosity that actually went on between me and a couple of guys at the firm, because one person in particular thought that they should have had my position, and they were pissed off that I was selected, for that spot over them because they had been there for like 5 or 6 years longer than I had. But anyway, so, I was very undisciplined in my trading. And if a lot of my members today in True Trading Group, you guys know me, some of my strongest traits as a trader is my patience. It's my discipline. By far, I think those are some of the strongest characteristics that I have as a trader that have helped me become the trader that I am now today. But if we went back to my early years, none of you would recognize me as a trader. Like all my members, you see the trades that I make now. You see how I manage my positions, how I manage my risk, how I take my profits. And you see how methodical and how robotic I am in all of my trading and the patience and discipline that I display. I was not always like that. You wouldn't even recognize me. Like if I showed you some of my trades from my first few years, you'd be like, no way, that's a trade that Mike made. No way Mike did that. You wouldn't recognize me. And I have a thing now where like I don't like trading earnings because it's a total coin flip. People will always say to me, well, Mike, what do you think about Amazon going into earnings? Mike, what do you think about Tesla going into earnings? Mike, I have no idea. Nobody does. Nobody has any idea what a company is going to do when it comes to earnings. It is a total coin flip. Analysts will have an expectation. Analysts will say, we expect $350 million in revenue. We expect $1.24 EPS. We expect, 410 million guidance for next quarter. And those are all just analysts giving their projections and their guesses. But then what happens when the company announces their earnings? They either beat those expectations or they miss those expectations and the stock goes up or down. Nobody really knows what a company is going to announce. It's a total coin flip. And then you can have situations where a company could announce really good earnings, but then they give poor guidance and the stock still goes down, right? Or you can have situations where the company reports good earnings and the stock still goes down, AKA NVIDIA. Just the other day, good earnings, stock went down anyway. All right. So, these are, let me get to my point. Okay. Because I'm getting sidetracked when it comes to earnings. I went after an earnings play and I got very aggressive and I got very short a particular stock many, 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 many years ago. And I was outside of my risk threshold on the trade and I was trying to be a cowboy. I thought I knew better than the markets, and turns out this company blew earnings out of the water. Blew earnings out of the water. The stock gapped up like $90 a share on me. and I got crushed. Okay, still to this day, my biggest loss. And I'll never put myself in a position like that ever again. And that's where I decided after that day that I'm not going to trade earnings again, like, or at least not like that. Like, I'm not going into earnings like that, heavy positioned one way or the other. It's a total coin flip. It's a guess. It's foolish because my advantage, the advantage that I have over other market participants, over other traders, other people that are buying and selling stocks, I have an advantage over most people because A, I am a professional, but B, I have the ability to identify high probability patterns and setups, right? That's my advantage. My advantage is to say, based on this setup, there's a more likelihood that this stock moves up than this setup, and these are the reasons why. That's my advantage. By me just picking a side of an earnings play, I am removing the advantage that I have because now I am not able to identify a higher probability of the stock going up or down on earnings because it's literally a coin flip. This setup means nothing. It's all about the earnings print. It doesn't matter what the chart looks like. It's all about what the earnings are going to be. So why would I ever put myself in a position where I have no control at all? I have no advantage. That's foolish. Let me put myself in situations where I do have an advantage over other traders. This is a war, ladies and gentlemen. When you are getting involved in the markets, when you open up your Robinhood account and you go ahead and you buy a stock or you buy an option, guess what? There is somebody on the other side of that trade that is selling it to you. You're going to war with that person. Now, do you trust your own education and skill to go up against myself? What about the trader from Goldman Sachs? What about the trader at the $2 billion hedge fund? What about the other day trader with 20 years of experience? What about one of my TTG certified members? Do you trust your own education and skill to beat that person? That's how you have to start looking at it. And I'm not going to go to battle with someone where we have a 50-50 shot. I'd rather go to battle with someone knowing I have a 75% chance of winning. And that is what trading really is all about. It's about identifying high probability patterns and setups and put yourself on the right side of that probability over and over again. There's no setup, there's no indicator that works 100% of the time. It doesn't exist. There is no secret. Okay? Stop looking for it. I worked at a hedge fund. I was trained for 3 months before they let me touch a dollar of their money. Believe me, if there was a secret formula or a secret indicator, I would know about it. The only secret is that I didn't touch a dollar of their money until I went through their 3-month educational training program. So the secret then, the secret of Wall Street is an education. That's it. That's the secret. Trading is not impossible. Trading is not a scam. Trading is not only for the rich people. Trading is not, something only gift-minded people can achieve. It's just a skill. It is just a skill that needs to be learned like any other skill that exists out there. You want to learn how to bake a cake? Great. I don't know how to bake a cake, but if somebody showed me, I can probably bake a cake. A lot of you may not know how to trade, but if somebody showed you, you probably will be able to trade. Now, I'm not saying trading is super easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, okay? But it's not impossible. You just have to make sure that you get yourselves an actual education and stop flipping a coin. Flipping a coin, sucker's game. Stop flipping a coin. Start being able to identify high probability patterns that give you an advantage over other traders. Trying to find patterns in charts. I feel like there are times when patterns form inside of other patterns. Is this possible? And if so, which pattern do you give more attention to? Great question. The answer is yes. Patterns do form within patterns. The pattern that I would give the most attention to is going to be the bigger pattern. Okay. So if you see, for example, like a head and shoulders pattern on a bigger time frame, let's say over the course of a month, you have a head and shoulders pattern form on a daily chart over the course of a month. But then like intraday, you see like a bull flag or something, or over the last 2 or 3 days, you see a bull flag, but the bigger picture is the head and shoulders. I would rely more heavily on the head and shoulders than I would the little bull flag. Broader chart patterns tend to hold more than shorter time frame patterns. Hi, new TGD member. If you see a TGD triangle, but the base starts sloping up and looks more like a bull pennant, do you adjust your stop loss and buy range? Might be more relevant in the afternoon. No, I do not. I do not adjust my stop loss. Your stop loss will stay where it belongs. The stop loss stays where it belongs, but sometimes what I'll do is I will move my entry maybe slightly higher, but I will not move the stop loss. The stop loss, what you're describing, and when you finish going through all the courses, because I can tell you've gone through some of them, but not yet all of them. There's a part in the TT Triangle course where I talk specifically about not confusing a bull flag breakdown with getting. A lot of people will trade the bull flag and then stop out right into a TT triangle, and then I'm buying while you're selling. Folks, President Biden just went live giving an update on Russia. Let's actually cut to that, and let's actually pull that up, and let's see what he says.
Russian forces are planning to and intend to attack Ukraine in the coming week, the coming days. We believe that they will target Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a city of 2.8 million innocent people. We're calling out Russia's plans loudly and repeatedly, not because we want a conflict, but because we're doing everything in our power to remove any reason that Russia may give to justify invading Ukraine and prevent them from moving. Make no mistake, if Russia pursues its plans, it will be responsible for a catastrophic and needless war of choice. The United States and our allies are prepared to defend every inch of NATO territory from any threat to our collective security as well. We also will not send troops in to fight in Ukraine, but we will continue to support the Ukrainian people. This past year, the United States provided a record amount of security assistance to Ukraine to bolster its defenses, $650 million from Javelin missiles to ammunition. We also previously provided $500 million in Ukraine and humanitarian aid and economic support for Ukraine. And earlier this week, we also announced an additional sovereign loan guarantee of up to $1 billion to strengthen Ukraine's economic resilience. The bottom line is this: the United States and our allies and partners will support the Ukrainian people. We will hold Russia accountable for its actions. The West is united and resolved. We're ready to impose severe sanctions on Russia if it further invades Ukraine. But I say again, Russia can still choose diplomacy. It is not too late to de-escalate and return to the negotiating table. Last night, Russia agreed that Secretary of State Blinken and Foreign Minister Lavrov should meet on February 24th in Europe. But if Russia takes military action before that date, it will be clear that they have slammed the door shut on diplomacy. They will have chosen a war, and they will pay a steep price for doing so, not only from the sanctions that we and our allies will impose on Russia, but the moral outrage the rest of the world will visit upon them. There are many issues that divide our nation and our world, but standing up to Russian aggression is not one of them. The American people are united. Europe is united. The transatlantic community is united. Our political parties in this country are united. The entire free world is united. Russia has a choice between war and all the suffering it will bring, or diplomacy that will make a future safer for everyone. Now I'm happy to take a few questions. Nancy from Bloomberg.
Thank you so much, sir. Do you think that it is wise for President Zelensky to leave Ukraine if an invasion is as imminent as the U.S. says it is?
That's a judgment for him to make, and a determination as to whether or not. I've spoken with Zelensky a dozen times, maybe more, I don't know. And And it's in the pursuit of a diplomatic solution, it may not be it may be the wise choice. But it's his decision.
And do you have any indication about whether President Putin has made a decision on whether to invade? Do you feel confident that he hasn't made that decision already?
As of this moment, I'm convinced he's made the decision. We have reason to believe that.
There seems to be a unanimity in spirit to do between the United States and Europe to do some sanctions, comprehensive sanctions, but is everyone on board with the exact same sanctions that you want to do?
Yes. There'll be some slight differences, but there'll be more add-ons than subtractions.
And President Putin is going to oversee some nuclear drills this weekend. How do you see that happening? What's your reaction to that, sir? Thank you.
Well, I don't think he is remotely contemplating.
All right, folks. So there we had it. I wanted to cut to Biden's update there regarding Russia. A little concerning there that very first question he took, they asked him, do you think that Putin has made up his mind about invading? Do you think he's made a decision? And Biden very clearly said, I do believe he's made a decision. That's different than what we've been hearing for the last couple of days. Markets moving slightly lower. We fell about 50 cents or so from when Biden was from when he started talking. We were over 434. Now we're basically at 434 on the SPY. Not a major move. Not a major move by the markets, but just a little update there, saying that, they are ready with sanctions, but there's a meeting scheduled on the 24th. So I don't know, throughout this entire process, there's been conflicting reports throughout this entire process. It's a lot of, he said, she said type of stuff. Different outlets are reporting different things. The markets have gone up and down on the back of these news headlines. We just have to wait and see what happens. And again, nobody really knows what's going to happen. Has Putin made up his mind? Who knows? Are they going to invade? Who knows? What I think, and this is just my opinion, my guess, what I think is going to happen will be there'll be some escalations over the weekend where maybe Russia escalates the situation just to maybe get more out of NATO and get more out of the US and Ukraine to kind of concede something else within the negotiations. And then they meet on the 24th. And then they come to a diplomatic solution on the 24th without there being a full military conflict. That's what I think is going to happen. So you probably get escalation over the weekend, which can kind of scare people. And then that'll go back and forth for a couple of days. Then they meet on the 24th in Europe, and then there's a diplomatic solution. That's what I think is probably the most likely scenario. But again, it's just my guess. That's just kind of what I think may happen over the weekend. But again, a total guess. Putin could invade Ukraine on Sunday when the Olympics are over. He can do it Monday when on President's Day, just to, a slap in the face. He could say, you know what, I'm not going to invade. And it's a total, again, it's a coin flip, right? I don't like coin flips. All right. But I felt like it was important there just to bring on, bring that on. That was something that I was actually waiting for. He was supposed to speak at 4:00, so he's an hour late. But that's kind of the update there, but it was a little bit different there. There's one thing in that speech that's different from what we've heard over the last couple of days, and that is that Biden thinks Putin has made a decision. When Biden was asked that question 2 days ago, it was, I don't know. It was, I don't think he's made a decision. I don't think he's made a decision. That was what he said previously. Now to hear him say, I think he's made a decision, that's something new. And the United States is ready with sanctions to go against Russia if they do invade. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, folks. All right. But I'll take maybe one or two more questions. And then we'll move on. Do you think all this media attention is doing more harm than good, especially for Ukraine? Listen, I think media attention in general does more harm than good for every single aspect of anything. Listen, people need to know what's going on, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave all that for you guys to discuss that stuff on Twitter and Facebook. But I want to try to focus on these live streams. I want to focus on how to make money. So I'll let you guys we'll save those kind of discussions for Twitter and Facebook. But for the live streams here, I want to just focus on how we're going to make money from it. And I will kindly ask everyone that is here on this live stream to refrain from any political comments in the chat right now. If you guys make political comments in chat right now, you will be muted from the YouTube channel. So, we try very, very hard on this live stream specifically to never be political, religious, anything like that. I don't care, Democrat, Republican, Putin, Biden, Trump, this, China. I don't care about any of your thoughts on those topics, just like you don't care about my thoughts on those topics. All we worry about is how are we going to make money from what's going on. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see comments about. Today, oil spiked on Russia-Ukraine news. Does that add to the strength of oil overall or change your investment outlook for the long term? No, Christina, I was very bullish on oil this year with or without Russia-Ukraine. When I published my report on January 2nd, I published a report. It's an 18-page report. It's free for TGD members and for TGD trial members, where I gave my outlook for 2022, what I expect regarding rate hikes and inflation, what I expect regarding the overall markets. And I labeled my number one sector pick for the year, the energy sector. And I gave you a list of 6 different stocks in the energy sector that I like: Chevron, Exxon, Devon, Pioneer, Conoco. I'm sorry, 5, not 6. Chevron, Exxon, Devon, Pioneer, and ConocoPhillips. And those were the stocks that I had mentioned in that report. And this is before Ukraine and Russia was a thing. So all this uncertainty with Russia and Ukraine just boosts, and gives another fundamental catalyst for oil. I thought oil was going to go well into the 90s this year, but I didn't think that was going to happen until the summer. Once you started to get warmer weather and everybody is, and everybody is traveling, and I thought supply and demand was going to be off balance and you were going to get this big move in oil. But this Russia-Ukraine situation just kind of pulled that forward and gave me an extra catalyst to take oil well into the 90s now. And now if there is continued escalation and there is continued conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and tensions between the United States and Russia persist, that could push oil over 100. The thing you have to look for regarding oil, which is not something that I factored into my outlook for 2022 because it wasn't being discussed yet, and that is the Iran nuclear deal. The Iran nuclear deal is supposedly close to a final agreement. That would be a big deal for oil because it would add about $1 million a day, 1 million barrels of oil a day into supply, which is good to knock off anywhere from $5 to $10 a barrel. So if oil's at 92 and you get an Iran nuclear deal, oil probably drops to 85. That drop to 85, and if oil drops back into the 80s, I think that's a buying opportunity for oil stocks, because the oil stocks will move lower as the price of oil moves lower. But then I still believe that the supply demand imbalance going into the summer is going to just erase the 1 million barrel supply. And I think oil goes right back up into the 90s. And I think that could be a buying opportunity for some oil stocks. So if there is no Iran nuclear deal and Russia does invade Ukraine, I think oil blows through $100 a barrel. If there is no Russia invasion and there is an Iran deal, oil probably drops down to the low 80s and then probably trades there for a while until the summer comes and demand really picks up. And then oil will probably start to take another leg higher. Guys, real quick, any non-TTG member, we made a survey for non-TTG members. Okay, we made a survey for non-TTG members. Any non-TTG member that fills this out will have a chance to win $100 cash this Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on our live stream. All right, so again, any non-TTG member that fills out this survey will have a chance to win $100 cash this Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on our live stream. You guys can fill out that survey. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, the link is in the chat. Click on that link, take that survey. You will have a chance to win $100 cash this Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live. We're going to be on this YouTube channel live talking about how we're going to make money this week, or next week rather. But we're going to talk about what happened over the weekend regarding Russia, Ukraine, what's the update. And then Monday night, I'll tell you guys what my entire game plan is on how I'm going to make money next week. So any non-teaching member that fills out the survey that we just posted in chat, you'll have a chance to win $100 on Monday night. So go ahead and fill out that survey, folks. Oh, yes. God, oil has, someone said, has oil ever been over $100 a barrel? Yes. Oh, yes. Way above 100. It's been way above 100. Oil went up to like 160 a barrel before. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, oil's been up around like 150, 160 a barrel, I believe was the peak, was the high. I never thought I'd ever see oil over $100 a barrel ever again. If you asked me 3 years ago, before COVID, if you asked me, hey, do you think we're ever going to see oil back over 100? I would have said no. I would have said no. But then COVID hit. Then you had like this, this forced push on the oil industry to focus more on green energy. So the oil companies stopped reinvesting at the same pace into production. So the oil companies are producing less oil and they're focusing more on efficiency rather than production scale and production growth. And that leaves you with lower supply. And then you have all this pent up demand from COVID that now that you're going to get this huge, like unbalanced spike in demand. And there's just not enough oil to meet that demand. So, and add on top of that inflation, and here you go, oil up into the 90s. So, it's definitely something that I never thought we would see again, but yet here we are, and I'm well aware of the situations that we're in. And that's why on January 2nd, I published January 2nd, I don't know where oil was in like the 60s, or 60s or 70s. And I published my report on the 2nd. I said that, again, guys, I think oil is going to go into the 90s. It could possibly even go to 100. I still do feel that way. Guys, don't forget, if you're a member or you're a trial member, you could download my 18-page report. It's free. Now keep the questions flowing, folks. Keep them flowing. Mike, when will positive earnings make stocks move up again? Once the market is satisfied with the path the Fed is taking. the markets are really unsure what the Fed is going to do regarding rate hikes. And once the market, here's when earnings will make, here's the situation that earnings will make stocks move back up again. Later in the year, when we have a few rate hikes under our belt, the Fed has raised rates 2 or 3 times. The markets have absorbed that. We have new data on inflation to see how inflation is now acting deeper into the year. If supply chain corrections have helped inflation bring it down, if raising rates has helped cool inflation off, and the markets are at ease, and they believe that the Fed is going to orchestrate a soft landing. A soft landing means the Fed will have been able to increase interest rates and bring down inflation without stopping economic growth. That's a soft landing. A lot of people are worried that the Fed is going to raise rates too aggressively and it's going to stop growth and push you into a recessionary environment. So once the market believes that the Fed got it right, you got to remember the Fed really prices in 6 months in advance. Okay. The stock market is the Fed. I'm sorry. I said the Fed. The stock market prices things in for 6 months in advance. The stock market is a discount mechanism where it's basically discounting what's going to happen 6 months into the future. So once we start to get a couple rate hikes and we see how the Fed is acting and we see how inflation is reacting to the Fed's actions, then the markets can settle down, come to grips with the rising rate environment, and then focus back on earnings. So I think by later in the year, earnings have a chance of moving stocks higher again, only if the markets believe the Fed has successfully orchestrated a soft landing. All right. All right, folks. Excellent. A great Q&A session, folks. Really, really, really good Q&A session. Adam, thanks for the help. Guys, right now, we're going to take a 15-minute intermission to tell you about the TTG membership, how you can join, what's included, what free gift and savings that you can get for signing up before midnight Pacific on Monday. Okay, but stay right where you are because in 15 minutes, we will get into the main topics of this live stream with some major educational golden nuggets that can help you guys make money as early as Tuesday. So stay right where you are. We're going to talk about the overall markets, my now plus 50% gain on SPY put options. I also entered a new swing trade today. I'll tell you all about it in about 15 minutes. But first, we're going to go over and we're going to do a quick little sales intermission. I'll share with you some information on how you can join the TTG fam. All right, folks, what I'd like to know quickly right now, first and foremost, how many people are on this live stream that are not a True Trading Group member? If you are not a member or this is your first live stream, I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat now. Go ahead, folks. Type the number 1 in chat now. All right, we got Dana, Mango Tango, Andrew Dillon, Kelly Stevson, Jared Hamilton, Robert Page. All right, folks, all those number 1s coming through chat right now. Listen, for all those that type the number 1, folks, welcome. For all of those that are typing the number 1, welcome. If you're like most of the people on this live stream, there's a very good chance that you have a full-time job, limited time, maybe a family that demands any free time that you actually do have, but you definitely do not have tens of thousands of dollars to start trading with immediately. Okay. For those of you that are all typing number 1 in chat, here's the good news. True Trading Group was literally built for you. Whether you work a full-time job, have limited time, you only have a couple $100 or less than $1,000 to trade with, you don't understand any of the terms that were discussed on this Q&A, and you're starting from absolute zero, Whatever excuse you are making for yourself, you're wrong, and TTG can and will help you to make money, become a better trader. And if you do not believe me, I'm going to prove it to you right now. Anyone that is a member of True Trading Group now, very plain and simple, are you making money with True Trading Group? If that answer is yes, I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Now, for anyone that's not a member, I'd like for you to pay very close attention to the amount of number 1s that are going to come flying through this side of the screen. All of these number 1s. This is what results look like. There's no difference between these people and you. They have full-time jobs, limited time. Most did not start with tens of thousands of dollars. Some had very little to trade with after they joined True Trading Group, but have since made that money back 3 times, 5 times, even 10 times over or more. They didn't get there by luck or by gambling. They got there by putting in an effort around their own schedule, on their terms. They were given the education, tools, and flexibility to succeed. True Trading Group is like the Netflix of trading communities, folks. You pay one price, you get access to the core of everything that we have. With your annual membership, you're going to get access to our chat room where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the microphone calling out our trades in real time. You're going to get at least 10 easy to follow, actionable trade alerts from a group of professional traders per week, from a group of professional traders that sports about an 80% win rate. Folks, are fully transparent. You can go check for yourselves on our website. It's a trading journal that tracks all of our buys and sells that all of our moderators make. You can go see for yourself how you'd be doing if you were following all of our trades. You're going to get 2 small private study groups as well. Your chance to get individual attention from a pro trader at TTG to speed up your learning curve. You're going to get our Benzinga Pro real-time news feed so you can get news as soon as it crosses the wire without delay. TradingView's premium charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. The Trade Ideas scanner is the industry standard scanner. We'll make sure you are always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. All of this stuff that I'm telling you right now is included with your membership. You don't pay extra for any of this. There's no upsells for this stuff. You'll also be able to use our simulator. Our simulator will let you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data so you can practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. Okay, use the simulator. Prove you can make money before you risk your hard-earned cash. We also have our own proprietary scanner, which is the same functionality as FinViz Elite, but actually lets you scan for crypto as well. We have dark pool data, unusual options activity, stuff that used to only be available to professionals. Now my members have it. That's how we empower the retail trader. That's how we level the playing field. Our full trading performance journal will actually allow you guys to track all of your trading, give you statistics and data so you can figure out what you're doing wrong so we know what needs to be adjusted so we can improve your P&L. We have a social sentiment scanner that tracks what stocks are being talked about most on social media so you can stay ahead of the crowd. We have analyst ratings, insider buying and selling. You'll be able to get our watch list and game plan every day so you'll know exactly what stocks the pros at True Trading Group have their eyes on and how we plan on trading them. And you get all of our courses. Our courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. We have all of it in text and video format. There's no VIP pro courses that cost more money. There's no upsells for courses and tools. When you join an annual membership, you get access to all of it. All right. Then we also have a video library. These are workshops and webinars that we conduct live. You've got over 200 hours of educational content in the video library. These are workshops like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, just to name a few. And you can attend all those live when you become a full-time member. And then anything we add to the platform, like I said, we are Netflix. Anything we add to the platform is included. When Netflix comes out with a new movie, they don't charge you $10 to watch the movie. It's included in your membership. Same thing with us. A new course, new tool, new resource added to the platform, which we're constantly adding to it. You are not charged anything extra for that. Okay. The 1-year membership that True Trading Group normally costs $2,212. And by February 28th, we will be $2,212 again as we walk the price up daily with $4,000 of premium tools, our curriculum, chat room, and alerts. Folks, it's well worth that price. But don't worry, because you don't have to pay $22.12 yet. February 28th, you will. Tonight, up until Monday at midnight, is your last chance to save 46%. It brings the price all the way down to just $11.90. Okay? So you go from 2212 down to 1190. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. You actually have to enter the coupon code in order to get the discount. The next 20 people to use that coupon code before Monday at midnight. These will not last until Monday at midnight. But the next 20 people to use that code will also get a brand new free laptop. Okay, you just have to become TTG certified. That means you've gone through all our courses and you've passed all of our quizzes. That's how you become TTG certified. You get a green check mark next to your username. You get a certificate. You can print it out. It's a real badge of honor. Our members are proud when they become TTG certified. All right. You're also going to get 2 small private study groups with a pro at True Trading Group to help speed up your learning curve. And last but certainly not least, True Trading Group is the home of the double your money back guarantee. I stand behind this program, and I told you earlier on this live stream that results matter. Not my results, your success, and we measure that through your P&L. Anyone that joins True Trading Group, as long as you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend 1 study group, do those 3 things. If you still do not make your membership fee back at least once, by the end of your membership, I will give you back not just your $11.90, I will give you double. I will give you back $2,380 if you fail with True Trading Group. I just asked you, give me a little effort. I don't need 40 hours a week. Give me a couple hours a week. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend 1 study group. That's all I ask of you. And if you do not make that $11.90 back at least once during your membership, I'll give you double your money back. We will lose money as a company if you fail with True Trading Group. I have no problem doing that because when you join True Trading Group, we're in this together. I sit up here and I tell you a professional education is going to be the difference maker for you to be successful or not. That's a big claim. Well, I back that claim up with a big guarantee. And that's why if you are willing to give this a shot, you're willing to invest in yourself, and you're going to entrust my team and I at True Trading Group to help you reach your goals, I will commit. You're going to commit to us. I will commit to you. And I think that's fair. And there is nobody else out there that's willing to give you double your money back because, very plain and simple, they're not confident in their ability to help you become successful. We have only had to refund 1.73% of our members since 2017. The refund is real. It says it right there on the website. You know, you're getting exactly what I'm saying to you here. We have never denied anyone of this refund that qualified for it and asked for it. Just don't hit me up in 30 days and be like, Mike, I haven't made any money. I want my money back. I'm going to say, nope. 30 days. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. Give this a real effort. Utilize the program that you are subscribing to. And if you fail, I'll give you double your money back. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121. You'll know you're getting one of those 20 laptops if you see a laptop in your checkout cart. As long as you see a laptop, you know where you're getting a laptop. There's only 20, so they're not going to last very long. If anybody has questions about the membership or you're having a hard time signing up, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, send a text message. Do not call. It's a text-only number. Send a text message to 201-775-9702 if you have any questions. Okay? Monday, we're going to be switching back to Kindles. So once these 20 laptops run out, Monday, we will be giving away Amazon Kindle Fire HD 10s, but the next 20 people will get a brand new free laptop. We even cover the shipping cost. We ship anywhere in the world. You just have to use that coupon code. All right? So there you have it, folks. And if you're still not ready to join, we do have a 1-week trial. You can go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's ttgthree.com if you want to join our trial. It's 1 full week. Don't worry about the weekend. The weekend doesn't count. You'll join today. You'll have access all the way through till Friday. Okay. I would actually join the trial today, spend the long weekend going through. You have 3 sample courses that come with that trial. Go through them over the weekend. So Tuesday, we're ready to rock and roll and kick some ass together and chat. Then decide if True Trading Group is right for you. The trial only costs $3. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring payment. Okay. After your week trial, if you do not manually become an annual member, it just cancels. You're never charged ever again. Everyone spent $3 on way dumber stuff. Okay. So that's ttgthree.com. Otherwise, if you guys want the laptop, the study groups, the double your money back guarantee, the 46% discount, you can go to ttgoffer.com now and use the coupon code TTG121. All right. So there we have that. All right, folks. So that wraps up our quick little intermission there. Like I said, show you guys how you can join the TTG platform and how you guys can become part of the TTG family. What I would like to do now, guys, remember also any non-TTG member that fills out the survey that is in chat. We put the link in chat for the survey. Anyone that fills out that survey will have a chance to win $100 this Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live. Okay, 8:30 p.m. Eastern live. You will have a chance to win $100. So guys, make sure you go and fill out that survey. All right, now let's get down to the main topics of our live stream, folks. So that wraps up our little sales intermission. We're going to talk now about what happens if Russia invades Ukraine over the weekend. What happens if Russia doesn't invade Ukraine over the weekend. I'm going to update you guys on over 50% gain on SPY put options. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I've been in puts for the last couple of days. Hell, I've been in puts really for the whole year so far, going back to January 5th. We've been crushing it on SPY puts and True Trading Group. Today was no different, but I also entered a brand new swing trade today I want to tell you guys all about. So let's go ahead now and let's begin the main topics of this live stream. All right, gang, here we go. So a quick little update on my active trade that I have going on, which is the puts on the SPY. So for those that followed my live stream from last night, we went over, I entered put options right here yesterday, right there yesterday. We bought put options. Okay. We bought puts right there. It was the March 2nd, 440 strike. I'm sorry, March 4th, 440 strike at $7.26. And we were taking profits off yesterday on yesterday's decline. And then we also took profits off today with today's big decline. So we were able to get some profits off today on those put options. I'll give you guys the exact timestamp on this. Let's see, where are we? I'm looking for my exact timestamp. $11.10 at 11:05 a.m., folks. So 11:05 a.m. So that was actually right around here. Okay, right on there is where we took another piece of profit off on this SPY trade. So off at $11.10. That's good for over a 50% gain on those put options. Congratulations. My THD fam, how many of you have made money with me on these SPY puts? If you guys made money with me on these SPY puts, sound off in chat. I want to know about it. Tell me how you did. What percentage gain did you catch? How much money did you make? I want to hear about it, folks. If you guys made money on these SPY puts, I want to hear about it. Sound off in chat. Yes, Carolyn. Yes. James, still learning. Enrique, bearded assassin. Yes, look at all this. Look at all my fam. Sound off, guys. You know I love to hear when you hit them. Way to go, Debs. A solid 50% gain. Eric Harper just goes murder. Oof. M. Strev goes, I doubled my account in the past 2 days. $500 for patience. You must. $3,000 for Chris DaCosta. Yes. Bumper tanks, $2,400. I love it. 175% for Ken Gaffney over the last couple of trades. $4,000 for Howard Potts. I love it. Christina with 150%. T with 40%. $700 for Joseph. Woo! 13,000, 400%. Travis. I love it. 58% for Gravity Life. 40% for the Spiz, 20% for David, $1,200 for Paul Anthony. My boy Bruce, solid gain. Yes. Guys, sign up. Sign up. What are you guys waiting for? Woo! My goodness, I love it. I love it. So congratulations, all my Teachy fam that nailed this SPY trade with me. We've been calling this thing out like clockwork. If you guys have been following my live streams, you'll know that we've been entering these puts. I've been calling these trades out to all of you guys. Go watch my live streams from last night. Last night, I told you we're going to trade lower today. And the night before that, I told you we were going to trade lower. And I told you I was buying put options. I told you guys 2 days ago, just go watch my live stream. I told you I was buying put options. And then now here you go, this nice steady decline. The SPY's dropped, about 15 points in just the last 2 days. Congratulations, my TGG fam. All right. So I'm still in a piece of these puts. Again, these are the March 4th expiration, $440 strike put option. Okay. They're trading up around $11 or $12. We're in them from like $7. They're up at $11 or $12. We'll see if on Tuesday we can knock out that triple digit 100% gain. I think the markets have room down to 428 to 430. Now, depending on what happens with Russia, Ukraine will dictate how the rest of this trade goes. If there's escalation over the weekend, I think on Tuesday, I'm taking my final profit off the table somewhere around $13 or $14 a contract. It'll be about an 80 to 100% gain, and I'll do a boom, and we'll come back on the live stream on Tuesday night, and I'm going to say, boom, okay? So if you get some escalations over the weekend, that's how this trade will most likely go down on Tuesday. Okay, that's how it'll most likely go down on Tuesday. All right. So there we have that. All right. If there is no Russia invasion, if there is no escalation whatsoever, and if there's some de-escalation, maybe there's some discussions between Biden, between NATO and Putin over the weekend, and tensions de-escalate, then you probably see the markets around 436, 437 on Tuesday. And then I've got plenty of time on the expiration for these put options. So I'll determine what I do with that then. But if we gap down on Tuesday, my final profit will be coming off the table Tuesday morning. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be looking at there. Congratulations, guys, my TT fam. This is a big one. So we're going to look to see my final profit target is going to be right here. Okay, that's the final level that I'm looking for. And why am I looking for that level? Right there. Okay, right there. This level. All right. So you'll see that this was a previous level of support. And then it became a level of support yet again. And now I'm looking for that to once again become a level of support. So that is where my final profit target is going to be. That's what I'm saying. If we gap down on Tuesday, we'll gap down right into this level. And then I'll take my final profit. And then we'll see if we get a bounce. Because then again, I don't think Russia actually will invade Ukraine. I think there's going to be escalation over the weekend. And then on February 24th, they'll come to a diplomatic solution. And the markets probably do that. And then the 200-day moving average does this, and the markets probably go back to that 200-day and then stall, and then the markets do this until you get to your Fed meeting on March 16th Fed meeting. And after the Fed meeting, markets either drop or move higher based on what the Fed does. We'll talk about that when the time comes. I know I'm getting a little bit further into the future, but that's my thought process on the overall markets, and that's how we're going to handle it. All right? So congratulations again, my TT fam that capitalized on that trade with me. All right? So there's that. Now, next, I'd like to move over to, guys, we're trading lower right now after hours, 433.50 now. We've dropped about $1 since Biden was giving you the update regarding Russia, saying that he believes that Vladimir Putin has made up his mind about an invasion. So we'll have to see what happens over the weekend. All right. So that's that. Now, let's talk about a new swing trade that I have entered. Okay, new swing trade that I've entered. Everybody welcome John. John, the newest member of the TG family. Everybody welcome John. There's only 19 laptops left now. There's only 19 laptops left. Everybody welcome John. Welcome. Remember, folks, go to ttgoffer.com, enter that coupon code TTG121. That'll get you the 46% discount before the price goes up. You'll get the 2 small private study groups, the free laptop, and the double your money back guarantee. Anyone that is still on this live stream that is not a member of True Trading Group, what the hell are you waiting for? I'm giving you a double your money back guarantee. Literally, if you do not make your membership fee back at least once, I'm going to give you $2,380 back. Your results matter. We are not just empty words and broken promises. You guys have nothing to lose. I'm willing to guarantee your membership price. Hell, I'm willing to give you back a 100% return on your investment. No one's going to do that. You guys have ever been interested in learning how to take advantage of opportunity in the markets? Guys, the market has done nothing but go down so far in 2022. And us here at True Trading Group have been crushing it because active traders that understand how to make money in any market environment, we make money when markets are up, down, left, right, sideways, doesn't matter. Don't just watch your 401k deplete as the markets go down. Make money on the way down. That's what active traders do. I told you guys earlier on my if you follow my live stream for a while, in December, I told you 2022 was going to be the year of the active trader. So far, it is exactly that. The year of the active trader, making money when markets go down, make money when markets go up. ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. All right, now let's talk about the new swing trade, folks. So now you got one update on one swing trade. That's a over 50% gain so far. Still in it. We'll see if we get more. Well, I also entered a new swing trade today, and that, my friend, is in Morgan Stanley. Okay, I entered a swing trade today on Morgan Stanley. My dog is very excited about this swing trade because this goes into and this speaks to what I was talking to you guys about earlier in the live stream with that one person who had the question about what do you look for with reversals? This is an example of what I look for a reversal. I look for situations where stocks are overextended, whether they're extended to the downside or they're extended to the upside into a major level of support or resistance. And then you look for a reversal signal, which could be a specific candlestick with volume. That's exactly what you got on Morgan Stanley. So let me draw for you a major level of support for Morgan Stanley. As you guys will see, okay, this level right here, look at this support. You see that support where the stock has been unable to break beneath these low 90s, like this $93 area? Well, today, what did we do? We went right up into that level today, and we put in this beautiful tail. I really want you to notice the candlestick that was put in today, because this candlestick, all right, is a bullish sign. This candlestick is called a hammer tail. A hammer tail is a potential reversal signal. Okay, it is a bullish signal, and we got a nice strong volume bar with it as well. You see a nice strong volume bar with it as well, which is what you want to see, and you will look for the stock to potentially now move higher over the next couple of days. So I'm in a swing trade. I'm long Morgan Stanley. I'll give you guys my exact timestamp and entry on the trade. Let's see here. I'm long from $94.74 I also gave members, okay, again, whenever I enter a mid or large cap, I will always give traders an option to follow me with the trade. So I understand a lot of people don't have the capital to buy a $95 stock. So I told my members, you could enter a March 4th $95 strike call option. At the time, those options were around $2.60. Okay. So a lot of my members got in around $2.60 on the call option. And I am looking for Morgan Stanley to get back to $98. Right here is my price target. Right there is my price target. The 200-day moving average. That is what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm not looking for much. I'm not looking for a rally back to 106. I'm looking for right here, the 200-day moving average. That is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a nice 2-day bounce back up towards a 200-day moving average. Let me address why the stock has gone down. The stock has gone down because the DOJ is investigating, some trading activity within Morgan Stanley. This is not anything new, folks. They're not investigating Morgan Stanley as a firm. These are rogue traders. This is not something that is systemic within Morgan Stanley as a company. This happens all the time. Traders do things that they are not supposed to do. It does not mean that Morgan Stanley is a complete and total fraud. What will most likely happen is Morgan Stanley will pay a fine to the SEC. The traders will be fired. They'll lose their licenses and life will go on at Morgan Stanley. It happens all the time on Wall Street. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, they pay fines to the SEC almost every quarter. The joke when I used to work at the hedge fund, when we would go to happy hours down on Wall Street, all the different investment bankers, it's considered a cost of doing business is actually the joke. Okay. So I believe that this is a situation of, it was just rogue traders that did things they weren't supposed to do. And the dust will settle and Morgan Stanley will just go right back to doing business. I believe Morgan Stanley will be back up trading above 100 in the near future. I do not believe that this is going to be this massive bombshell of an investigation. Now, to be fair, I don't know all of the details, but what I do know is that traders go rogue on a daily basis on Wall Street. And just because one trader or a group of traders broke the law or did something they weren't supposed to do does not mean that the entire firm is going to go down. So let's be very clear about what is taking place with this investigation. A lot of people are making far too big of a deal about this. Okay. I'll look further into it. I'll get as many details as I can, but from 30,000 square foot view, from what I've seen so far, it's nothing other than what I've seen 100 times in the past. All right. It's nothing more than I've seen 100 times in the past. So I'm long Morgan Stanley. I'm looking for a bounce back towards 98. We'll see if we get it. We already took a piece of profit off the table at 96. So I bought it at 90. I'll go to a 3-minute chart just to show you guys. Okay. So here is, let's zoom this in. So here's Morgan Stanley. I bought Morgan Stanley right here. Okay. 94.70. 94.74, and then we got a move right here to 96. I took a piece of profit off the table. My members took a piece of profit off as well, and this was a move up towards 96. That brought the option contracts. Remember, my members got in the option at $2.60. At the time of my take profit, the option was at $3.20. So already a beautiful move on the option. The option went from 260 to 320. Members took some profit off the table, 310, 315. I'm still long some. My stop loss is beneath $93. All right. My stop loss is beneath $93. Okay. $93 will be my stop loss on this trade. And again, I'm looking for us to bounce off of this support level. Okay, this is a major support level for Morgan Stanley. You'll see as we go back to the left in June and July, it was a level of resistance. You see that double top resistance? We then broke through it. And ever since then, this has become a level of support. Okay, so I am long in front of this level. If we break underneath this level, I will stop out. Okay, we break beneath this red line, I'll stop out of my trade. Otherwise, I'm looking for Morgan Stanley to do that over the next couple of days. Okay, nice. P Daddy goes, I just got my laptop today. No joke. It's a nice little machine. Thanks, guys. It is our pleasure. Yes, the laptop is real. There is only 19 of them left. You guys just have to use that coupon code TTG121. Go to the website ttgoffer.com and enter that coupon code to get your laptop, folks. Remember, the price goes up on Monday at midnight. All right. So there you have it, guys. That concludes the end of our main topics. I hope you guys learned something about the overall markets. Congrats, everyone that caught that SPY put trade with me. Now you guys know I'm in another swing trade now. We'll see if I get further upside as rates climb. I think Morgan Stanley climbs. I think this sell-off because of the DOJ investigation is overblown. I think the stock moves higher next week. We'll see if I'm correct. I'm in it long. My members are in call options with me. We'll see what happens next week. I'll update you guys on how that folds. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the TTG platform. Okay. For those of you that are interested, remember when you become a member of True Trading Group, you get immediate access to over $4,000 of premium tools from some of today's top financial companies, our curriculum community, and our premium tools is what makes us a platform. Let me show you what you get. Our chat room. Myself and 8 other professional traders share their screen with you live during the day. We are on the microphone talking to you like I'm talking to you now. We call out our trades in advance, give you market commentary from pre-market till after hours. You're going to get a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that's currently sporting over an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent. We keep a journal on our website. It tracks every buy and sell that our moderators make so you can see for yourself how you'd be doing if you're following along with all of those alerts. 2 small private study groups from a pro with True Trading Group to get individual attention so you can ask questions and go over lessons so we can speed up your learning curve. Benzinga Pro's live newsfeed. Live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat so you can get news as soon as it crosses the wire. No more relying on delayed news. You want to trade like a pro, you got to get news at the same speed as a pro. This newsfeed allows you to do just that. TradingView's premium charting software, one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders, yours free as a member of True Trading Group. Our Trade Ideas scanner, it's an industry standard scanner, streams on our platform live throughout the day. It's broken up into small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So no matter what you trade, we make sure you are always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. You'll know what stocks are making new highs, new lows, up the most, down the most, have a surge in volume. That's how we make sure you're always focused on the best stocks. We also have a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. Use the simulator, prove to yourself you can make money before you risk your hard-earned cash. Everything I'm showing to you is included with your membership. You do not pay extra for any of it. We have our own proprietary scanner that has the same functionality as FinViz Elite, but also lets you scan for crypto. Then we have dark pool data on unusual options activity. This is information that used to only be available to professionals. Now it's at the fingertips of my TTG fam. This is how we level the playing field and empower the retail trader so you can make better informed decisions. We have a full trading journal that will also track all of your trading and give you statistics and data so you can figure out what you're doing wrong. This is a game changer when we're trying to make adjustments within your trading. A social sentiment scanner, which will actually scour StockTwits, Reddit, and Twitter and show you what stocks are being mentioned the most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. We have a stock profile tool that gives you analyst ratings and insider buying and selling on any stock you're interested in. This can be a real help when you're trying to make your trading and investing decisions. Then you have our watch list and game plan. Every day, you will see what stocks the pros at True Trading Group have their eyes on, and more importantly, how we intend on trading them. Then our courses. Our courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned that I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. We have it in text and video format. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost more money. You get access to every single course as an annual member of True Trading Group. We also have a video library that has over 200 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars we've done covering a variety of topics like how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, how to trade while working, how to grow a small account. All there for you guys. And then you can attend all these workshops live once you become a full-time member. Anything we add to the platform, remember, you get included at no additional price. All right. You guys just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. We are also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Over 1,400 people have left us a review on Trustpilot. I welcome and encourage you all. I welcome and encourage you all to read them. Read the 5 stars, read the 1 stars, then decide if True Trading Group is right for you. Guys, the code word for tonight, the first code word for the new giveaway. If you're not a member, don't worry about this. This is for members only. We do a lot of fun cash and electronic giveaways with members. This is for that. So guys, the new code word for the first code word for the new giveaway is president. The first code word for our new giveaway is president. President is the new code word. Okay. The first code word for our new giveaway is president. Armano said, are the laptops still available? Yes, Armano, there are 19 laptops left. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you know you will be getting one of the laptops. Okay, that's how you know you're going to get one. If it's in your checkout cart, you're good. Once we run out, it'll be an Amazon Kindle. It won't be a laptop. Okay. So again, folks, ttgoffer.com, TTG121, 46% discount, free laptop, 2 study groups, double your money back guarantee. If you guys join right now for $11.90, okay, join right now for $11.90. If you don't make your membership fee back at least once during your membership, after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a study group, I will give you back $2,380. That is double your membership. I will give you that back if you do not make the $11.90 back at least once. That's what I mean by results matter. Any non-TeachD members, don't forget to fill out that survey. If you fill out that survey, you have a chance to win $100 cash this Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern live right here on our next live stream. Otherwise, you guys can join the trial. Remember, ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. That's it. No automatic renewal, no reoccurring payment. It's a one-time payment of just $3. That's it, folks. Thanks for joining me tonight. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on any one of these live streams. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy Monday as a day off. I'll see you guys Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live.